Less than 24 hours after a crime that shook the entire world, Nuseirat wakes up in shock from the worst day ever experienced in its history. 2 hours of continued artillery fire and aerial bombardments, Zionist forces attacked the Nuseirat refugee camp on Saturday. The massacre was of incredible violence and still left a provisional toll of 274 Palestinian martyrs and 700 wounded.
Yesterday it was a horrible situation happened about around 10 o'clock in our local time. Again, bombing everywhere and the airstrikes were everywhere. The people were running in fear and a lot of horrible things are going on the streets.
Palestinians walked through rubble and inspected the damage after the Zionist barbaric operation in the central Gaza Strip. The wounded were transported to Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital in Deir Balah, while the number of victims of this relentless assault remains uncertain, as rescue efforts remain blocked by different challenges regarding the continued shelling and the large piles of rubble, in addition to the direct targeting of rescue teams.
Bombardment and firing were from all directions. You don't know the source of fire for the moment. My wife was holding me and telling me she was scared.
The Zionist war machine has taken large numbers of lives in central Gaza at a time when healthcare facilities suffer the risk of being directly bombed. The Zionist forces had already ordered the staff and wounded to evacuate the health facility, while Palestinians continue to struggle with the number of martyrs and wounded that is expected to rise in every minute amidst repeated calls for humanitarian aid and appeals for ceasefire.
A special team infiltrated the house of my neighbor, Dr. Ahmed Al-Jamal. An intense gunfire ranged out in all directions. There was intense gunfire in all directions. A person who was sitting in the store was injured and died from her injuries.
The entity's Nuseirat massacre was labeled by the Zionist leadership as a military victory over the Palestinians. However, it's further evidence of the barbarism and brutality of the occupation.